Now, as President Obama taxed the House Republicans' pledge to America out on the campaign trail, I'm left wondering, where is the Senate Republican pledge? So now we bring in the new vice chair of the Senate Republican Conference, that being Wyoming Senator John Barrasso. Ms. Barrasso, welcome back to the show. You're a big cheese now, so I want to ask you, what about the Senate pledge? Is there such a thing?
We wholly endorse the House pledge, the pledge to America. And look, the president has been way focused in the wrong direction with cramming this health care bill through Congress. He should have been focusing on jobs, the economy, the debt, the spending, and to put this pledge to America together. We've listened to many, many people all around the country. That's why people are so disgusted with this administration and why the poll numbers are what they are. They haven't been listened to. When the people yelled stop in terms of the health care bill, the president said, I know better than you, crammed it through. And now people are yelling stop the spending, and yet Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi continue to spend more and add more to the debt, and we sure can't afford it, Larry.
Well, I want to get back to the health care rollback argument, but let me just ask you something. Tax gridlock. Now, today there was a vote. I didn't even know about this till late in the afternoon from Judd Gregg's office. Apparently a vote to raise taxes on the foreign earnings of large corporations, that was defeated. Now, is that right? Do I have that right? Because that's the only good thing I've heard.
There was a bill about outsourcing and where jobs go. That was defeated in an effort to say, if you're going to give tax breaks to some, what about the businesses that are here trying to create jobs in America? The president wants to raise taxes on a lot of Americans, and I think you shouldn't raise taxes on anyone at all during the middle of a recession.
So what's going to happen
to this
gridlock
right now
thing? What is going to happen? Okay, so the tax on foreign earnings didn't go through. It was a small tax, but still a bad. What about the gridlock over the entire Bush tax cuts?
Well, or the Obama tax hikes, as I think many of us like to think of those, because that's what this would be. The rates that people have been paying, Larry, for the last 10 years, the president wants to raise those a lot. And we're not just talking about certain individuals. We're talking about many of the small businesses in this country. And that's the engine that drives the economy. We should have been voting on that while we were here right now. Now, Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid says, oh, we'll come back and handle it after the elections. And there's so much uncertainty in the country. That's why people aren't making additional investments. There's uncertainty in terms of the costs. We know the health care costs are going to go up because of the health care law. We know they want to make energy costs go up because of their cap and trade, and they want tax rates for people to go up as well. All of those things are going to dampen the economy, and we need growth now.
All right, so you believe in the House Republican pledge. One of the key issues is repealing Obamacare. You are a health care expert, you are a doctor, you are now a senator. Let me ask you, give us your thoughts. How can people realistically assume that you all could repeal Obamacare?
Well, you know, Larry, it's going to take 2 elections, this election and then 2 years from now, where we need to make sure that Barack Obama is a one-term president. That's the way you fully go after it. But right now what we can do is make sure we don't fund the additional $10 billion to hire 16,000 new IRS agents. Don't fund an additional $10 billion for all these new Health and Human Service people that are going to write all of these rules and regulations. Those are some of the things that you can do. We're going to continue to put bills on the floor that deal with all of this unnecessary rules and regulations, the accounting costs of the 1099 forms that are going to cripple small businesses, cost them significantly.
Okay.
We're going to try to repeal the individual mandate and also repeal the mandate that businesses need to supply. And we're going to continue working with those who are going to try to take this mandate to the Supreme Court to say you can't force people to buy a product, health insurance.
Is the Republican Party united around this plank?
Oh, absolutely. And a lot of Democrats are coming our way, too, in terms of repeal and replace. You know, Larry, the president has said, oh, the Democrats are going to run commercials, are going to run on the health care law. The only Democrat candidates right now who are running commercials about the health care law are those that say, you know, I stood up to the president, I refused to vote for this, I was against this, this was irresponsible. So no Democrats in the country, to my knowledge, Larry, are running commercials promoting their vote in favor of the health care law. They're all running against it.
All right, so you're saying it's going to take a couple years, but you're going to start right away. That's what you're saying.
You know, it took when FDR started to try to promote a national health care system, it took him years and years and years to get here. We're not going to turn this around overnight, but I'm not slowing down. I'm not stopping. I practiced medicine for a quarter century in Wyoming. I know how devastating this health care law is going to be for patients, for providers, the nurses and the doctors that take care of those patients, as well as the payers, the people paying those bills. And that's the taxpayers of this country, Larry. It is going to break the country.
Senator Barrasso, you have a great bedside manner. Thank you very, very much for coming back on the show.
Thank you, Larry.